Namaste, my dear students of grade 8. How are you? Are you all happy? Excited? Ready to begin our class for today? Good. I am also happy to meet and share with you all in this another lesson. So, can you guess what are we going to discuss in our class? Good. In our class today, we are going to deal with pronunciation, speaking and the grammar 1 of this unit. In our previous lesson, we did reading 1. Right. So, are you ready with your necessary materials? Your textbook, notebook, pen or pencil? Very good. I hope you all are ready with your materials. Now, without making any further delay, we are going to deal with the first part of our lesson, that is pronunciation. Okay? Now, please listen to your teacher pronounce the words, okay? I just would like to pronounce some of the words. You listen, but you notice how this r, okay, ra, r in them, this raw sound in them is pronounced and then practice saying them. Okay, so I have brought, let's say, the Oxford Dictionary sound for these words. I will play those sounds for 2 times. Please, once you listen, you just listen, okay? And second time, you imitate that sounds together, okay? You listen to the sounds and imitate correctly that how that raw sound is correctly pronounced. So let's get it started. Look at here, okay? I will play this audio for 2 times, okay? So look at the first one, okay, how it is pronounced. And second time, that is your turn.
Air, air,
Your turn.
Underneath,
Okay, now your turn.
underneath,
Good.
overhead, overhead,
Okay,
compartment,
your turn.
compartment,
Good.
turn,
Your turn.
turn,
Good.
y, y,
Okay, did you notice how this, let's say, the raw sound is pronounced there? Air, not raw, air. Underneath, underneath. Overhead, overhead. Compartment, compartment. Okay? Turn, turn. Your, not your. Okay? You notice the r sound, okay, which is not pronounced there. Let's go to the next. Look at that. Again, you listen once and repeat after once played, okay?
anniversary, anniversary, minister,
Your turn.
minister,
Okay?
confer, confer,
Good.
winner,
Okay,
winner,
right.
entertainment, entertainment,
Okay.
Guardian,
Listen carefully.
guardian,
Good. You have heard, okay, these words, how it is correctly pronounced, okay? You also can check, okay, in the Oxford Dictionary. Anniversary, not anniversary, okay? Anniversary. Minister, minister. Ta, okay? A sound is there. Minister, confer, confer, okay? So, winner, winner, not raw, okay? Entertainment, entertainment, okay, not entertainment, okay. You have to pronounce entertainment. And look at this last word, okay. So we are having guardian, is it? Not guardian, okay. So please, you have to, pronounce correctly. So this is guardian, okay, guardian. So this is how we pronounce these words correctly. Thank you. Good. Okay, we learned how to pronounce these words correctly. Now, we will move forward to the speaking part of our lesson. Yes, my dear students. So, you can simply guess, okay? What can you see there? Okay, you can see some of the expressions used for making request. Can I ask you to listen attentively? Okay? Can I ask you to get ready with your necessary materials? Okay? Can I ask you to pay full attention to the lesson? Okay? Right. So, these are the expressions for making requests. Okay? So, you can simply look at this expression first. Okay? And then we'll also talk about the responses, how we respond to this request. Look at here. Can I ask you? Okay? I was wondering if you could lend me your what? Book. Okay? I was wondering if you could help me to solve this problem. Okay? Or you can say, do you think you could? Right? Do you think you could speak English well? Okay? Do you think you could help me, okay, to take these, let's say, baggage or something else, okay? So you can make a request using do you think you could? Or you also can say, could you please, okay, for making request, could you please help me to do this exercise? Could you please open the window? Okay. Could you please turn off the fan? Whatever else. Okay. Or would you mind if I? Okay. You can simply say, would you mind if I ask you a question, sir? Okay. Maybe sometimes you are not sure at, confused to some of the exercise. So, would you mind if I ask you question number B, sir? Okay, so you are supposed to use this expression for making polite requests, okay, to your friends or let's say, anywhere else. If you want to make a polite request, you can use this expression. But what about the response then? How do we respond to these, let's say, the expressions? If somebody requested us politely in this way, then how do we respond? Okay, look at here. Some of the responses to those expressions, okay? If somebody, let's say, made a request, then we can respond using these expressions, okay? Like, as I asked you there, can I ask you, okay? Could you please, would you please, or I wonder if you, okay? And what might be the responses? Very good. Yes. What do you need? Okay? If somebody asked you, okay, can I help you? All right? Can you please help me? All right? Or would you mind if I? Then yes. What do you need? Okay? You are very happy to support, help someone else. So you can say, yes, what do you need? Or you can say, I'll see that, I can do it. Okay? You can say, I'll see that, I can do it. Or let me check and get back to you. If you are not pretty sure, then you can say, let me check. Okay? Let me check and get back to you after a while. Okay? This way, you can just respond politely, okay? Sure, no problem, okay? Of course not. Go ahead. These are some of the interesting ways to respond if somebody asked us or if somebody requested us for something. Okay? If so, now let's look at these pictures. Right, you can see here different pictures. Okay, so looking at these pictures, this situation, you just work in a pair to make requests and then respond to them. Okay, look at the first situation there. What can you say there? Good. Maybe this young girl, a little girl, she might have lost somewhere. And who do you see? Another person? Policeman. Okay. So you can simply, she might be requesting to the policeman. Okay. What might be her request? Can you please tell me? Okay, the request. How did she request to the policeman? Okay, police die. Like this. Can you please help me to call my what? Parents? This way. All right. Or the policeman, he might ask, her. Okay. Right. So he might ask, I wonder. Okay. I wonder if if you can tell me your what? Parents' mobile number. Okay. So he might ask for her, let's say, parents' mobile number. Okay. And she might respond. This way, they might have a conversation. You can simply make a conversation. Please look at the second picture. What do you think? Who are they? Right. So, are they father and son? Okay. A teacher and a student? Who do you think they are? Maybe father and son. Okay. So, maybe he is not sure about his homework, right? And he is requesting his father to help him to do that homework. So how does he make request? Papa, okay, Papa, can you help me to do this exercise? Okay, right. Papa, could you please help me to do this exercise? Maybe, he will request his papa, and what will he reply? Very good, okay? Of course. Okay, sure. For sure, okay? He might reply to his son. Look at another situation. Look at, this picture. What can you see there? Where is she now? Good. She is hospitalized, She is having rest there. Maybe she had some what? Problem, stomachache. Who is he? Doctor. Okay. Then what might she request? She might request to the doctor. Doctor, would you mind checking my stomach? Doctor, I wonder if you examine my what? Stomach. I have a severe pain. Okay? Maybe she has severe stomachache, so she might request to the doctor. Okay? Doctor, I have a severe pain. Okay? Could you please examine my stomach? And what might doctor say? Let me check. Just a minute, okay? Yes, the doctor might respond to the patient. Okay? Let me check. Okay? Just for a second. He might then, okay, check. And what about this? Where are they now? Oh, maybe at the airport. Okay, so what might he request there? I wonder if you could check my luggage. Okay, right. Or he might be asking for the what? The time, let's say the takeoff time, when the plane will take off. So look at this, he might ask there, would you please tell me when the plane, okay, will take off? Or he can say, I wonder if you, okay, would check my luggage, please. Okay, and she might reply, very good. She might reply as, of course, why not? Okay, sure. Of course not. So these are the ways. I guess you are now having a conversation with your friends there. So please, you can simply look at there. Yes, these are some sample, okay? can I ask you to call my parents? Okay, she might hear, can I ask you to call my parents? And the police guy, he might tell you this, sure, no problem, okay? And maybe the son, okay, Papa, could you please help me to do this exercise? Of course. Would you mind if I ask you to examine my stomach? And the doctor might say, let me check, okay? And look at the man, okay, I wonder if you could check my luggage. Of course not. Yes, my dear students, so this is the way that you can make a polite request and respond to those different situations given in the pictures. Okay? Good. So now let's look at exercise C. Okay? What can you see there? Yeah, you can again work in pairs. So you take turns to request and respond with the help of the clues. Okay, you can use different expressions as we have just learned. Okay, there are different expressions that you can use for making request. Let's look at example. Help me with these bags. Okay, so you have to request to help. Okay, for help, you know, with these bags. So A will reply and ask firstly, could you please help me to carry these bags? Right? So A will ask these questions to B, and what will B's reply? Sure, no problem. Or if he is not able to help, so he might say, she might say, I'm sorry, I have injured in my arm. Okay, so this is how, let's say the response, maybe, no problem, sure, or I'm sorry, I have injured, okay, my arm, a leg, something else. So this is just the example. Now let's look at the situation firstly. Okay, look at the first situation. Help push my wheelchair across the road. Okay, this is the situation. Look at him. Okay, he is not able to, what do you say, cross the roads, right, with his wheelchair. So then he has to ask for help to cross the road. Okay, so then how does he ask the question? Okay, have you also tried? Good. Look at here. I wonder if you help me to push my wheelchair across the road. Okay, and what will another person reply? Sure, no problem. Okay, this is the way, you know, this is the way that you can make a polite request and the response. Let's look at another situation. Give me your book. Okay, so if you want to request for your friend's book, then how do you make a request? Okay, you have to ask your friends to give you, yes, his or her book. So how do you make a request? Good. You might have tried. Okay, so please let us try to ask and answer here. Yes, would you mind giving me your book, please? Okay, would you mind giving me your book? Of course, here you are. That's the way. Okay, that's the way now you can make a polite request and respond to them. Let's look at another situation. You can see here. Okay, you wanna ask, what do you say? Bicycle, you know? Lend me your bicycle for few days. Okay, if you want to ask for your friend's bicycle, then how do you ask? Is you have already practiced some of the expressions, so you can simply use, could you please lend me your bicycle for few days? Okay, could you please lend me your bicycle for few days? And what he might respond, I'm sorry, okay, it's not in good condition. If your bicycle is not in good condition, so you can say, I'm sorry, it's not in good condition. So this is the way that you can just, you know, make request and reply. Look at here. Drop me at the airport. Would you please try drop me at the airport? How do you ask? Okay, you can simply make a questions like, yes, you can say, okay, I wonder, okay, I wonder if you drop me at the airport. Drop me at the where? At the airport. Okay, and then let's say, okay, B, what will he reply? Okay, so he will say, sure. Okay, no problem. Look at this. This is the way that you can respond. I wonder if you drop me at the airport. And B might respond, sure, no problem. So this is the way that you can simply make the queries, request, and then respond. Okay, you can say, could you please drop me at the airport? Of course not. That's the way. Okay, you can simply make yes, the request and response like this. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at some more situation there. Read the newspaper for me. Okay. Yes, if you are not able to read the newspaper, okay, so read the newspaper for me. Maybe your grandpa, okay, grandma will request, read the newspaper for me, natini, nati, okay. So what will he or she ask there? Can I ask you to read the newspaper, nati? Okay, grandson, granddaughter, okay, and what do you respond? Sure, grandma, grandpa, no problem. I will read for you, okay? So that's the way you can respond to this situation, right? So let's look at another one. Quickly, please turn off the fan, okay? So how do you respond then? Could you turn off the fan, please? Of course, very simple. Speak slowly, okay? Do you think you could speak slowly, okay? You can make simply. Do you think you could speak slowly? I'm sorry, I can't understand reading slowly, okay? If you are not comfortable, all right? If you do not understand reading slowly, so you can say, I'm sorry, I can't understand reading slowly, okay? Look at there, be seated, okay? If you want to request, okay, could you please be seated? Sure, no problem. Look at these situations, okay? You have made polite request and response to them. Yes, my dear students. So after this, then we are now going to discuss a very important, part of this lesson. That is the grammar one. So what are we going to do? Good. We are now going to match the questions on the left with their reported speech, okay? And then please notice the changes, okay? How that is changed, from column A to column B. So let's look at column A first. Look at here. These are the questions, okay? Can Sarmila read a book? Was the waiter rude? Okay? Is Poonam his teacher? Does she have a problem? Does he love playing tennis? And did the boss notice the mistake? These are the questions. Now, there is, let's say, the reported speech in column B. Look at this. Okay? Now, what you have to do, you have to match this, say, column A with column B. Let's see. So, can Sarmila read a book? Who said this? Okay? Can Sarmila read a book? Who said this? Or who asked this? Who asks, can Sarmila read a book? Very good. Please look at column B here. A, 1, 2, and look at here, 3. You can see who asked. The teacher asked if Sarmila could read a book. Right. Now please, you can notice the changes, okay? Can Sarmila read a book is here. The teacher asked if Sarmila could read a book. Who asked Sarmila to read a book? The teacher asked, okay? The teacher asked if Sarmila could read a book. Okay? So is that the correct reported speech? Very good. That is the correct one for the first one. And what about the second? Was the waiter rude? Who said this? Okay? Was the waiter rude? Okay, look at here. You can simply guess, okay? Yes, You can simply guess that my aunt wanted to know if the waiter had been rude. What are the changes, you can see there. Who asked this? My aunt wanted to know, who wanted to know? My aunt wanted to know if the waiter had been rude. Yes, this is how you change this second question. And third question, is Poonam his teacher? Okay, is Poonam his teacher? So now please, have you guessed which one is the correct matching report speech for this third question? Very good. That is, okay, number 4. They asked whether Poonam was his teacher. Okay, they asked whether Poonam was his teacher. And what about number D? Does she have a problem? Okay, does she have a problem is the question. Now, which one do you think? Very good. Okay, who asked this? Alice asked this. Okay, so you're right. Alice asked whether she had a problem. Okay, so Alice asked whether she had a problem. Now, please tell me, does he love playing tennis? Okay, which one is, let's say, the matchable to, let's say, does he love playing tennis? Right. Okay, she asked if he loved playing tennis. That is the correct one. And the last one, you can see, did the boss notice the mistake? Okay, did the boss notice the mistake is there? So which one is left? Very good. Okay, so this is, yes, she asked if the boss had noticed the mistake. Now, my dear students, let me ask you, so what changes have been made in column A with column B? Now, you can see over here, what are the changes, okay? Look at here. Can Sharmila read a book? The first one, okay? Now, how it is changed? Please look at there, okay? Can Sharmila read a book is there. The teacher asked if Sharmila, look at here is can. And this can, it says here what? Good, okay? The teacher asked if Sharmila could read a book. This is how you can report, okay? And look at here. Was the waiter rude? And how it is reported? Let's see how it is changed. Was the waiter rude? My aunt wanted to know if the waiter, look at now, what is the change there? Very good, okay? Here, was the waiter rude? This was is changed into what here? Had been, okay? So, while changing the questions into reported here, okay? So, look, this was has been changed into had been. My aunt wanted to know if the waiter had been rude. And what about next? Is Poonam his teacher? Let's see. What is changed there? Good. They asked whether Poonam was his teacher. Now, what is the change? What difference did you find? This is changed into was. They asked whether Poonam was his teacher. And another one? Let's see the next. Does she have a problem? Okay. Look. Alice asked whether she had a problem. So this have is changed into here what? Had. Alice asked whether she had a problem. And look at next one. Does he love playing tennis? Okay. So how it is changed? Does he love playing tennis? Okay. Check there. She asked if he loved playing tennis. Okay. And last one is, did the boss notice the mistake? It's, she asked if the boss, look at here, okay, here, had noticed the mistake. This is, did the boss notice the mistake? Okay, this is in simple past, and it is changed into here, had noticed the mistake. She asked if the boss had noticed the mistake. I guess you have now noticed the changes made from column A to column B. You know, how the changes has been taken place in column A with column B. Now, what other changes did you notice there? Good. I guess you might have noticed something else, okay? So look at here. there is also, if, and you also can say here what, okay, you can say whether, so while changing direct speech into indirect speech, then if there is question, okay, yes no questions, now you also change, that with, you joined that, with what, if and what, whether. You got it, can Sarmila read a book? And the teacher asked, we have to join that with what? If Sarmila could read a book. Or you also can say what? Whether. Look at here. They asked whether Poonam was his teacher. Okay, so you also can write whether. So this is to join the reported speech for questions. Okay, if there is yes no questions, these types of questions. I hope you are clear. Now let's move to the exercise B. Now you have to change the following questions into reported speech. Okay, you just see the example. Does he like singing? And look at here. She asked, what is changed there? Look at there. You have to join here with if. She asked if he liked singing. In the same way, now look at this. Here you are given some of the example. So please, you can simply, okay, make a reported speech as it is given in the example. Does she spend her money on books? Okay, does she spend her money on books is there. Now you can simply, report as we can see in the example. Look at there. Oh, my father asked, okay, my father asked if she, look at here is spend, and now this spend is changed into here what? Spent. Okay, simple present tense. Okay, it has been changed into simple past tense. So my father asked if she spent her money on books. That is the word change you can find here. And look at the second one. Did the farmer decide to sell her world auction? So who asked this? They asked, okay. So they asked whether the farmer, look at here, this is simple past tense, okay, whether the farmer had decided to sell her world auction. You can see here, this is simple past tense, and now it is changed into past perfect, whether the farmer had decided to sell her world auction. And look at next one. Can I borrow your pen? Okay, look at here. Can I borrow your pen? She asked. She asked. Now you have got idea. If who? Okay, if she. This is the first person. So if she. If she, then can you change to what? Could. If she could borrow my pen. Okay, this I means what do you say? Your second person, and this is what it changed into my. So she asked if she could borrow my pen. Okay, so this is how you can do. You can just make some of the changes into while changing direct into indirect speech. Let me just show you some of the sentence, then you can practice it yourself at home. Okay, so look at here. Should the students concentrate on their studies? Then how do you change? Okay, Rajani asked if the students should concentrate. Okay, yes, here is should, same. If the students should concentrate on their studies, there is there. And next one you can see, will you come to my housewarming party tomorrow? Now there are some of the changes. Okay, you can simply see Milan asked. Milan asked if. Then who Milan asked whom? Me. If I will change into again here what? Would. If I would go, look at here, come change it what? There, go. If I would go to his housewarming party, this is the adverb now, tomorrow, and it is changed into here what? The next day. Okay, if I would go to his housewarming party the next day. Okay, and look at number next. Would Sirzana burn in this hospital? Okay, how it is changed. Look, my friend wanted to know, okay, my friend wanted to know if Sirzana, and this was it changed into here what? Had been burned in, this changed into here that hospital. So this is how you can notice some of the changes in let's say this question and the reported speech. Now look at another one. You can see here, yes, did he put the spoon on the table? Okay, is his mother a professor of history? And has his sister gone to market? Are you a foreigner? So these are some of the questions. I guess you have got some ideas how to change direct speech into indirect speech. Now I would like you all to to change these sentences by yourself. Okay, you try to change it, and how you can change as we learned in the previous example. Okay, you can do it, right? All right, so you can simply make the changes by yourself, right? Okay, all right, so let me simply ask you some of the quiz questions. Okay, so let's just see which example is reported speech here. First one, second one, third one. Can you please guess quickly? Very good. Okay, so it's pretty clear that you have already practiced, so the third one is the correct answer. Let's look at second one. Okay, so which sentence is grammatically correct? Let's see the first one, second one, and the third one. Okay, which one is the correct reported speech among these three? Okay, you might have already guessed. Okay, the right answer is Bipin asked if I was in love. Okay, so that is the correct one, correct reported speech. Let's talk about third. She asked, do you have a clock? Okay, now please let me know, which one is the correct reported speech. She asked, do I have a clock? Or she asked whether I had a clock? Or she asked, had I a clock? Can you make which one is let's say the correct reported speech? Very good. She asked whether, okay, whether I had a clock. Okay, so that is the correct answer there. And what about this one? She said, are you a foreigner? Okay, you practice this one. She said, are you a foreigner? Let's check. She said, if I was a foreigner. She asked if I was a foreigner, and she asked if I am a foreigner. So which one do you think is the correct one? Very good. So you're right. She asked if I was a foreigner. Okay, is the correct reported speech there. And the last one, he said, can I borrow your pen? Okay, he said, can I borrow your pen is, he said if I can borrow his pen. He asked if I could borrow his pen, and he asked if he could borrow my pen. Which one is correct? Right. So the correct answer is very good. The third one is the correct answer. He asked if he could borrow my pen. Right? Good. In this way, we have discussed today, how to change, the ask no questions into reported speech. Let us reflect what we learned in our class today. We practiced the pronunciation of some of the words given in the textbook, and we also learned how to make requests and respond to them. And lastly, we learned how to change questions into reported speech. So these are the things that we learned in our class. So with this, we have come to the end of our class. But before we end up our class, let me simply assign you, you can make 10 ask no questions and report them as you have learned and show it to your teacher in your classroom. Yes, my dear students. Okay, this is the revision task for you all. So with this, we have come to the end of our class. I hope you have better understood the lessons. Thank you so much. We'll be meeting in the next lesson. Namaste.